McDonald's isn't really a burger company. It's the biggest real estate scam hiding in plain sight. Most people think McDonald's makes money selling fries and Big Macs, but that lie is keeping you broke. I've studied McDonald's financial reports, old contracts, and the exact deal that turned a failing burger shop into a $50 billion empire. And by the end of this video, I'll reveal the hidden strategy Ray Kroc used to build this empire and how you can use the same secret to build real wealth for yourself. McDonald's is not a fast food company. It's a real estate giant that just happens to sell hamburgers. In the next 10 minutes, I'll show you the conversation that saved McDonald's from bankruptcy, the shocking numbers that prove where the real money comes from, and 3 wealth-building principles you can apply to your own life right now. I've broken down the same blueprint that McDonald's used so you can see how billion-dollar companies think about money differently than everyone else. If you're the kind of person who doesn't just want to make money, but wants to understand the financial architecture behind empires, then consider this your invitation. Welcome to the Wealth Project, where ambition meets opportunity and your journey to wealth and luxury living truly begins. Here, we deconstruct the playbooks of the world's most successful so you can transform your future. If you're ready to elevate your life, subscribe, follow, and ring the bell so you never miss a masterclass. Welcome to the exclusive club where you don't just watch, you learn to win. Your next lesson starts now. The struggling founder. Let me take you back to 1955. Ray Kroc was a 52-year-old milkshake machine salesman who discovered something incredible. 2 brothers in California had created the most efficient restaurant system he'd ever seen. They could serve a hamburger, fries, and drink in 30 seconds. Kroc saw the future. He convinced them to let him franchise their concept nationwide. But here's what nobody talks about. Ray Kroc was failing miserably. By 1959, McDonald's had over 100 locations across America. The brand was exploding, lines wrapped around buildings. But Ray Kroc was broke. His original deal with the McDonald's brothers gave him just 1.9% of each franchise's sale. Out of that tiny slice, he had to pay the brothers 0.5%. This left Kroc with 1.4% of sales. On a restaurant making $100,000 a year, he earned just $1,400. That wasn't enough to cover his expenses or staff. Kroc was bleeding cash. He'd mortgaged his house, borrowed against his life insurance, and was drowning in debt. Despite McDonald's incredible success, the company was heading straight toward bankruptcy. Now you understand why Ray Kroc was desperate, but desperation often leads to the most brilliant discoveries. What happened next would save McDonald's and reveal a wealth-building secret that most entrepreneurs never learn. And it all started with one conversation that changed everything. The mastermind's revelation. In 1956, Kroc hired a financial genius named Harry Sonborn. When Sonborn analyzed McDonald's books, he immediately spotted the fatal flaw in Kroc's business model. The story goes that Kroc was complaining about his money problems when Sonborn delivered the line that would become business legend. He looked at Kroc and said, "You're not in the hamburger business. You're in the real estate business." Think about the genius of this insight. Sonborn explained that the real money wasn't in the tiny royalty from food sales. It was in owning the land underneath every single franchise. A franchisee might fail, but the land would always be valuable. Food sales go up and down, but rent is guaranteed every month. This wasn't just a business insight. It was a complete psychological shift. Instead of seeing McDonald's as a fast food company trying to squeeze profits from hamburgers, Sonborn saw it was a real estate company that used hamburgers to guarantee rent payments. He created a new plan called Franchise Realty Corporation. Here's how the genius worked. McDonald's would buy the land and build the restaurant for new locations. Then they'd lease the property to the franchisee on a 20-year contract. The franchisee would pay McDonald's rent every month, plus the original royalty on food sales. Suddenly, McDonald's had 2 money streams from every location. and their rent was often much higher than McDonald's own mortgage costs. So now you understand the strategy that saved McDonald's. But here's where it gets really interesting. The numbers from their latest financial reports prove just how brilliant this model became. What I'm about to show you will completely change how you see this company. The shocking financial truth. Let me show you exactly how profitable this real estate strategy became using McDonald's own 2024 financial data. McDonald's total revenue in 2024 was $25.9 billion. Most people assume this money comes from selling Big Macs and fries. They're wrong. Here's the breakdown that will shock you. Revenue from company-operated restaurants was about $10.8 billion. That's roughly 42% of total revenue. This is the hamburger business that everyone thinks McDonald's is in. But revenue from franchised restaurants was $15.1 billion. That's 58% of total revenue. And this number is primarily rent and royalties collected from franchisees. This is the real estate business that Harry Sonborn created. But revenue only tells half the story. The profit margins reveal the true genius. Company-operated restaurants have a profit margin of about 17 to 18%. That's decent for the restaurant industry, but nothing special. Franchised revenues have a profit margin of over 80%. 80%! This margin is incredibly high because collecting rent and royalties costs almost nothing. It's nearly pure profit. This means franchised profits make up over 90% of McDonald's total profits. The real estate side of the business isn't just more profitable, it's the entire profit engine of the company. These numbers prove that McDonald's is exactly what Harry Sonborn said it was, a real estate company. But the scale of their holdings will blow your mind. What I'm about to reveal shows how massive this empire became. The real estate empire. McDonald's doesn't just collect rent. They own one of the most valuable real estate portfolios on the planet. The total value of McDonald's property and equipment is over $50 billion. The land alone is valued at more than $12 billion. And that's recorded at original purchase prices. The current market value is likely far higher. Think about this strategically. For over 60 years, McDonald's has been buying prime real estate in high-traffic locations around the world. They own some of the most valuable intersections in major cities. They've been collecting appreciating assets while their tenants pay the mortgages. Every Big Mac sold, every fry served, is ultimately a small contribution toward paying rent on one of the most valuable real estate portfolios ever assembled. The burgers aren't the product. The burgers are the mechanism that guarantees the real product. The land generates consistent returns. Now you've seen the full scope of McDonald's real estate empire. But here's what makes this story truly powerful for your own wealth building. The principles behind their success aren't just for billion-dollar corporations. What I'm about to share are the 3 wealth-building lessons you can apply to your own financial future, starting today. Your wealth-building blueprint. The McDonald's story isn't just business history. It's a masterclass in wealth building that you can apply to your own life. Here are the 3 principles that can transform your financial future. Principle number 1. Think like a landlord, not just an earner. McDonald's discovered that owning appreciating assets while others pay for them is the ultimate wealth strategy. You don't need to buy commercial real estate to apply this principle. You can buy dividend-paying stocks and let companies pay you quarterly. You can invest in real estate investment trusts and collect monthly distributions. You can even house hack by buying a duplex, living in one side and letting tenants pay your mortgage. The key is shifting from earning money through your labor to earning money through your assets. Ask yourself, what can I own that will pay me while I sleep? Principle number 2, create multiple revenue streams from single assets. McDonald's doesn't just collect rent from their properties, they also collect royalties on food sales. Every McDonald's location generates 2 separate income streams for their corporation. You can apply this by choosing investments that provide both growth and income. Buy stocks that appreciate and pay dividends. Invest in rental properties that provide monthly cash flow and long-term appreciation. The wealthy never rely on just one income stream from their assets. They stack multiple ways to profit from the same investment. Principle number 3, focus on guaranteed recurring revenue over one-time profits. McDonald's chose 20-year lease agreements over quick franchise fees because they understood that predictable, long-term cash flow is more valuable than immediate profits. You can apply this by prioritizing investments that provide consistent returns over speculative plays. Build an emergency fund that provides guaranteed security. Invest in index funds that provide steady, long-term growth. These 3 principles are powerful, but there's one more thing you need to understand. The real secret isn't just in the strategy, it's in the mindset shift that makes everything possible. And that brings us back to the most important lesson from Ray Kroc's journey. But first, let me ask you this. If you had to start building wealth today, which of these 3 principles would you apply first, and why? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every insight because the goal here isn't just to teach, it's to build a smarter community of wealth builders. So here's the truth. Ray Kroc didn't build the world's biggest burger chain. He built one of the largest real estate portfolios in history. And the lesson for you? The real money isn't in selling products, it's in owning the assets that everyone else pays for. Every time you see the golden arches, remember, they're not selling you food, they're selling you a blueprint for building wealth. The question is, will you keep thinking like a worker chasing small paychecks, or will you start thinking like an owner who gets paid while they sleep? But here's the thing, McDonald's isn't the only company hiding billion-dollar secrets in plain sight. Luxury, freedom, and success are closer than you think. Don't just watch, take your next step. Choose our latest insights or a curated favorite, both waiting for you on your screen. This is The Wealth Project, deconstructing wealth, transforming your future. Subscribe, get the rulebook, and remember, you're now part of the exclusive club, Playing to Win.